Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction. Everton 1, Wolves 0. A win for Everton on the final home game of the season in front of 6,500 fans in their typical style of a 1-0 win hanging on at the end. But a win is a win. That's all I really care about. The game started with... well, let's be honest, for the first 35 minutes, Everton were absolutely dreadful. They were absolutely dreadful. Couldn't really get out of our own half. Jordan Pickford had to make a couple of really good saves. They had 9 corners, I think, coming up to the end of the first half. And then Everton started to get into a little bit. Started to get the ball up a little bit higher and had a few little half chances, let's say. Started winning a few corners. Just started getting into the game a little bit more. And, they come out second half. Fans were up for it. And, what was it? The 48th minute corner comes in. And it's a header from Richarlison from a Gylfi Sigurdsson corner to put us 1-0 up. And it was a great header. It was a great corner. And really, we got the bit between our teeth then. We had a couple of little half chances, not huge. Gylfi Sigurdsson had a couple of really, really good efforts at goal. One just went wide and one was deflected just over. And we looked so much better today, so much better. Just in terms of going after the game. We look so much better. So we finished the game. Obviously, Wolves finished with a little bit more possession, throwing balls into the box, but not really doing anything really to trouble us. Again, Jordan Pickford had to make a few sort of not big saves, but just had to be awake. And Obsidian says, Godfrey or key man of the match. Pickford very solid too. Pickford has been very, very solid in the last 3 months, hasn't he? Really picked his game up. And I think, we stopped, certainly second half, we stopped Wolves from playing. We were again, a lot of balls just over the top to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. Richarlison was excellent second half. Once he scored, he really got going and he was fighting for everything. And there was a lovely bit of link-up between those two players. Probably created the best chance of the second half where he slipped the ball inside the centre-back and Dom got onto it. And, he never really got hold of it properly. It was a tight angle. He either had to really smash it or aim for the other corner. And he sort of half hit it into the near post. It was a good opportunity. It just never really troubled the keeper. I thought it was going to spin and maybe something would happen, but it wasn't to be. And to be honest, we got a little bit of control then. We were winning all our battles. The only one we never really took care of was Traore. For them was fantastic, but his end product just isn't very good. And he really did trouble Dean all day, but his final ball just wasn't good enough. Or they don't have a player good enough to be able to deal with their final ball. So all in all, it's frustrating because of what happened on Sunday. You look at the position where we are right now. As I'm recording, speaking live right now, Crystal Palace have just equalised against Tottenham, against Arsenal, which leaves Arsenal on 56 points. Everton on 59 points, Tottenham on 59 points. West Ham are currently drawing against West Brom. They're on, if that finishes like that, they'd be on 60 points. So Everton have took it to the last game of the season. And for a team that has won 2 home games this year, that's unbelievable that we've managed to do that. So it was so important that we got that win tonight, and we've left ourselves with a little chance. Man City, as we've seen in the last two games, Man City have conceded 6 goals. All right, we don't score a lot of goals, and they've scored 6 goals as well, haven't they? we'd have to really, really get into them. And we'd have to take probably all our chances. But what we know is we're playing a Manchester City team that aren't going to be absolutely up 100% on it, knowing there's a Champions League game the week after, and they've already won the league. So really, we've got to win against Manchester City. It'll be very, very tough, but at least we've given ourselves a chance. If Arsenal and West Ham don't win tonight, then that obviously just leaves the door open a little bit more. Obviously, we'd want West Brom to win. And if Palace could go and win, that'd be great as well. But it was just really important that we won. 6,500 fans there tonight. Obviously, a lot of them would have been really disappointed going into the game. But now we've won the game. It gives you that little bit of feel-good factor that you've won your last home game. And if we could get something on, on Sunday, and we get 60 points plus, then it's not the worst season in the world. It's been poor, but it's not been the worst season in the world in terms of points. Because getting 60 points would be, we consistently only really under Moyes if we got 60 points in the Premier League. I think we did it once with Joe Royle as well. But we haven't done that. So it's tough, and I generally don't think that we will, just because we're relying on other people, essentially, aren't we? But because even if we were to win the game, doesn't mean we'd get Europe. Spurs could beat Leicester, West Ham could win, and it's gone, isn't it? No matter if we beat City or not. So it's going to be tough. But I'm just glad tonight, even though it wasn't great, it wasn't pretty, I'm just glad we won. I'm just glad we won a game of footy. That's all you can be happy about sometimes, isn't it? Just makes you feel a little bit better. Yes, of course, we will all sit here and we will question where it all went wrong. And we know where it all went wrong, the home form. But you can't say it was Sheffield United, because for every Sheffield United, there was a Fulham, there was a Newcastle, there was a Crystal Palace draw, there was Aston Villa, there was Spurs not beating Spurs. If we'd beaten Spurs, that would have put us in the box seat. 2 bad mistakes, and we end up drawing the game. So it's obviously been down to our really poor home form that we've ended up in the position we are. But we've took it to the last game of the season, and I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it'd be massively disappointing if we fail to get Europe because of goal difference or something. But then goal difference to me is points, isn't it? It's points. But someone in the comments there saying that I really don't want conference football. I do. I want European football. I want to play in Europe. I don't think for a team that's played in Europe twice in 10 years or whatever it is, we can turn our noses up at any European football. For a team that isn't going to get in the Europa League, how can we turn around and say we don't want the next European competition? I want European football in whatever form it is. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. Someone I've seen at Wolves fans out saying they battered us, but we had 5 shots on target and they had 3. They had loads of corners and they had more possession, but everyone has more possession over us. So, no, I really want European football, and it would just be fantastic, wouldn't it? It would just be fantastic to just get it, to achieve it. That's all I want. I want to achieve European football, because it's the first thing, isn't it? It's the first thing Carlo Ancelotti's been tasked with. I don't want him to fail at the first thing. I want him to get European football in whatever it is. And we have to go to wherever we have to go to. That's what I want. You try and get it. We're desperately trying to get into Europe. So if we do get it, if we get 7th place, then conference football's fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. Because I know one thing, fans love it. Fans who go to European aways love it. They absolutely love it. They love going to far-flung places and experience places that they probably wouldn't have gone unless it was a football match, you know, and experience 60 pence pints and all the rest of it. You know, I went to somewhere in Switzerland on a pre-season friendly. It was amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I wouldn't have gone there otherwise. Something like a skiing resort in the middle of summer, gorgeous weather, amazing. That's what people want. People want to go to places that they wouldn't go to otherwise, and that's what European football is. It really is. So, listen, was tonight vintage? No. With all the same problems there that we've had at home? Yes. Are we slow? Are we, you know, do we move around the pitch like sloths? Yes. But we won a game of football. And that's all I'm bothered about. And if we were to do that again on Sunday, my God, it'd be amazing. It'd be absolutely amazing. And again, as I said about Europe, if it's Europe, then so what? The thing about Europe is that you don't need to put your best team into it. You do not need to put your best team in it. Look at Arsenal's results in the Europa League. They got to the semi-final. Look at Manchester United. The teams they put out. You don't need to put your best teams out. You can put your squad team out and be solid and get through games. Win your home games and get a draw away. The teams aren't going to be very good. This will be a chance for some of our players and some of our young players to get games, to get out. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. You can play your best team on the Sunday in the Premier League. You don't need to play your best team in the group stages. You don't. It's a myth that you do. In fact, when we played last time, we tried to play our best team in the Premier League and the Europa League, and it failed spectacularly. We would have been better off playing squad players. You know, it's a myth that you have to play your best team. You play 6 games in the group stages. You can do what you want, but at least you're in there. At least you're in there. And I love away days in Europe. They're absolutely brilliant. No, there are no 60 pence pints in Switzerland. That's for sure. And it's another trophy, isn't it? It's another chance of winning a trophy. So give me it all day. Give me it all day. But I'm made up for the fans there tonight. I'm made up. They got to see Everton in the sunshine win. My 3-year-old niece went to her first ever game, and I'm sure she was probably massively bored for most of it and wanted to go home, but she got to see Everton win on her first ever visit to Goodison Park. And it's little things like that keep you going. It's little things like that get Everton passed on to the next generation. It's little things like that energise you. It's little things now where people go, oh, remember last game we went to Goodison, we won. You know, last time I went the Arsenal game, we won. So I'm made up for everyone who went tonight. In fact, I think we're unbeaten in the Premier League than we've had fans there this season, aren't we, I think? So what we need results to go for us, but we've give ourselves a chance. So there you go. Make sure to give comment on this video if you're not watching it live. Make sure to give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure Baz has been in the match, so when he comes back, he'll do his videos. I'm sure he'll be excited and he'll be re-energized that he's been to the game tonight and all those things. So make sure to check out his videos when he's back. If you want more great videos, including the final word tomorrow, it'll be live. We do daily live videos over on Patreon, which will be great when the summer comes and there's no footy and you want to get involved with people talking about all the transfers and everything else. That's where we'll be. So the link will be in the description and it'll be on the screen as well. Thank you for watching. I'll be back very, very shortly to do my player ratings. I'll see you later.